I'm joined by Lemias Mashile, SANCO General Secretary. Lemias Mashile, good evening. Good to have you, and thank you very much for coming on this evening. You would have listened to the President, and the President saying, coming out of the NEC, the best option to move our country forward is that of a government of national unity. What's your reaction?
Well, we are comfortable with that particular option. Of course, it's in our meeting of the national officials just 2 days back. We were saying that if the ANC goes for a coalition government, then they should be looking at the left parties. Of course, it was based on the policies and where we come from and the intentions that we have that we want to achieve in the form of the National Democratic Revolution. And we agreed that that is the first option. If everything is difficult to actually form a coalition then with the left parties, then the second option then would be a government of national unity. Of course, we know that it is going to be either the top 5 parties that will be involved in the government of national unity. Because if all Tom, Dick and Harry are brought in, then you are actually going to have endless tension, especially in the division of cabinet posts. Because if you have got many of those parties, and then you will have contestations to the economic departments. And we all know that the top 3 or 4 parties, then they were having a lot of toxicity among themselves during the campaigns. And we cannot wish that all that bad blood will just disappear because a decision has been taken today for them to participate in this government of national unity. It is going to take time, and also, of course, it is going to test the African National Congress in managing those diverse ideologies, diverse personalities.
What do you make of the common minimum program and the priorities that it would have adopted, that of job creation, inclusive economic growth, dealing with the high cost of living, dealing with service delivery and crime?
Well, I think it will form the basis of cooperation. Of course, remember that all of these particular parties that we're talking about, they've got different approaches of actually resolving those. And even if they agree on the theme, but the manner in which and the approach to actually deal with those issues, they are variant on the specific parties. So that is what will have to be managed on a constant basis. And we hope that these parties then will cooperate and understand that they have to actually find congruence on the methods and the modalities of actually dealing with all those issues that they are agreeing on.
You don't think that a government of national unity, as others put it, is a cop-out, as opposed to having used this opportunity to go hard, as some in the ANC were suggesting, to use the 2/3 majority of black parties to change the situation?
Well, look, as we're saying, is that the electorate have actually made their voices heard. And even though that all the votes of the black majority has gone to black parties, but we know that these black parties were representing different ideas. And therefore, you cannot just simply move because they are black parties, then you collate all their votes and say that is what the rest of South Africa is saying. They are differing in the views of the economy of the country, and the progress that needs to happen, and therefore we were, of course, like as we're saying, for continuation of the emancipation of the black majority in this country, coming from apartheid, that it was wise for the ANC, of course, to talk to the left parties. But given the situation that we have at the moment, that brings in the economy and all those things, then we are still comfortable with the position that the ANC has taken. And of course, is that there will be a minimal impact of the right parties in that government of national unity.
Yeah.
You will know that if the ANC has actually gone into a coalition with the DA, then you are going to have almost a 50% influence and impact on government. And then we are going to have serious problems, as others have already indicated, our alliance partners. But in this government of national unity, then the right parties will have minimal impact that may not actually derail the trajectory that we are having of creating a democratic society in South Africa.
Lemias Mashile, I appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on. SANCO's General Secretary there.